So today we'll talk about what if business team do not give sign off on the requirement even after doing multiple follow-ups. So why is it important to have the sign off on your BRD before starting the development? Why you should get the sign off beforehand? So it's because when the development finished and we give the process or the development project to business team for UAT, most of the time they come up with the new changes that, and even blaming that that the requirement is not completely captured in the BRD, and some new changes needs to be done. So that happens if you doesn't get the sign off beforehand. And also, when these things happens, then there is a mental pressure on you and your development team as well to cover all these new requirement within the defined efforts that we have shared earlier. And most of the time business team says they want to complete this within the decided timelines because they have strict deadlines from upper leadership. So these type of excuses they will always give you. And what happened when these type of situations occurs, the relationship between you and your development team gets impacted. You will have fight, you will have stress between you, which I believe is not good, because projects will come and go, but you know you need that healthy work environment in your team, because we all have to work for a long time, right? So the question comes is how to overcome this challenge, how we can get the sign off on time. So based on my experience, what possible solutions I can see is, when the BRD is finished and when you submit the BRD to business team, set up the call immediately for next day to give the walkthrough to the business team and to that particular person who is responsible for giving the sign off. Is it's most of the time the SME who have given you the walkthrough of the requirement at the initial time, who has given you the requirement. So you should give the requirement to that person and to the whole business team, each and specific requirement. Don't get afraid that what will happen, they will say something, some new changes will occur, but believe me, it is better to do the changes beforehand rather than having those conflicts at the later on stage where you are actually helpless, you can't do anything. So it's better to properly give them the walkthrough on each and every requirement. And when the call is done, you have given the requirement, set send the mail to that person highlighting him, including his manager. So first you can highlight that person only, and you can CC the manager and everyone who is involved in that requirement gathering walkthrough, and just ask the person that give the sign off on this BRD, because we are not confident enough to start the development before that. You can also, most of us has the inside business communicator like MS Teams and Slack. Some people use other apps, but there you can always create a group in that app and include all those stakeholders who was involved in that discussion, and highlight that person there that you need sign off, because most of the time they ignore emails. But if you sending them the message on chat, so they act more promptly as compared to emails. And if still you are not receiving responses or sign off from that person, then now you should start highlighting his manager, Send him the email, highlight his manager on chat, ask them that we need sign off. Before that, we can't start the development, right? And mostly it's their internal thing. They decided we will not respond. But in that case, what you should do now, you should start including the leadership team of their business, including your business as well. Start highlighting the timelines, decided timelines that was decided for the BRD sign off, for the requirement sign off. Clearly mention that the sign off should be done by this date, else the timelines will get delayed. Include leadership team in that. It's better to put pressure on the business team instead of putting pressure on yourself and your team. And you know with this, when the leadership gets included, there are high chances that they will get pressurized to give sign off on the BRD. So these are some of my real life experiences that I have seen, and I guess it can help you as well.